Hey everybody, welcome back to No Place Like Pwn. I'm taking my Deprived build through all the Dark Souls 3 bosses in this latest series from yours truly. So this guy I've taken through at the first level, and I'm taking on to fight Vordt of the Boreal Valley straight away. So as you can see, I'm still pretty scantily clad. I managed to find myself a broadsword, which I've enchanted with a fire gem, and a rusted iron shield, and one of the knight's helmet things out there. So I can do pretty good damage at this stage of the game with elemental gem on my sword. It's definitely the best option for someone starting out, because obviously if you put on one of the gems where you've got stat scaling, you're not going to have the stats to really back it up. So at this stage, a nice bit of like fire damage plus really helps out. You can see I'm doing some pretty meaty damage to Vordt here. Being unarmoured, I'm just rolling around, getting out of the way as much as possible, trying to sort of roll under him. I'm going to charge up here because he's going to do his ice attack, and I think I'm in range and I'm frostbitten, so I have to finish him off really quickly. But those are the real big things for this boss. Move, make sure you can do good damage. It's pretty simple at this stage of the game. So just in case you're wondering, this isn't a Soul Level 1 build by any stretch of the imagination. I don't think I'm really ready for that kind of challenge in my life. I've been levelling up my Deprived character to the point where he's now not really considered Deprived. I've got some fairly reasonable gear on. Leveled up the broadsword with fire gem, doing pretty good damage. I just wanted to start off a new character without any kind of like class bias or anything like that, and see where the mood took me. So I've gone for kind of more of a quality affair, and then just picked up whatever gear I could along the way. It's kind of fun not having to sort of be stuck with the starter gear, because quite often the starter gear is sort of much better than a lot of the other things you pick up, at least at the beginning stages of the game. So it's nice to just be able to sort of tack on like any old bit of kit. I always kind of wince when taking on this guy and like hoofing him straight in the balls to the point they explode. It always makes me want to cross my legs and feel a bit sad. Yeah, so I thought I'd taken out all these sort of dweebs in the way, but there we go, he's going to smash the floor. Away we go down. So I find it quite easy to do damage to this guy initially, but then because you've got to aim for these little egg things, you've just got to sort of find them, and when they're on his back, he's got to be in exactly the right place to hit them. When they're on the front of his body like that, it's much easier to get to them. You can also hit that hand that he's trying to swipe him here with now. That can also do damage to him, but if you don't hit an area with, I'm going to call them eggs, then you won't do any damage. You'll just sort of hit wood pointlessly, as I'm doing there, to demonstrate the point. He's got some eggs on like his hands, there's some on his elbow. I don't know how I quite get to those, but the ones on the back and the front are your best bet when he's sort of shuffling on his bum around. Watch out for him lying down there. If you're sneaky like I was, you can try and get a few sort of swipes in at the side whilst he's trying to crush you. Otherwise, just kind of running around avoiding the falling debris. There we go, there's some on his hand. Never really stays there for too long. Ow! Yeah, okay. Back on. So yeah, I usually find that I can get this guy down quite rapidly, give or take, and then the very last bit of damage that needs to be done takes ages, because you end up kind of exploding all the damage eggs, and just waiting for them either to grow back or some other sort of opening to appear, maybe for him to lean down on his eggy elbow to get a good shot of that. Here we go, right in the balls. That's how that hurts. So just before coming to the curse Rotted Greatwood, I did all the bits and bobs I needed to join the mail makers, so yeah, be cautious of that. If you intend to join the mail makers but haven't done what you need to do before taking on this guy, you might want to I don't know, force yourself to die and look up best way to go about it, because once you kill this guy, You can join the mound makers, but much later in the game. So yeah, here we go. It's just down to his last bits of health, but there's just very few places I can get him. I can see his ankle's got one of those eggs there. Try and hit his arm, but it's much riskier because obviously he's just smashing that around at you. Okay. Another bit of drink of iron brew. Not on my way. This is back eggs grown. There's a couple. That might be enough. So yeah, his attacks, yeah, they're extremely telegraphed. They're very easy to read. This boss doesn't provide too much of a challenge out. I say I was getting wanked. So here we go, last but one sip of iron brew. Come on, show me some eggy love. Show me some eggy heat. At least put your hand down. There we go. Oh, it's baiting me with his one weak point. Ah, just missed. Come on. Come on, you weird tree. Give me an opening. Put your hand down. Put your hand down and keep it down. Ah. Right, really the last time now. Okay. Ah. Do again? Yes. Finally. Oh, that last hit was just really tedious to get a hold of. But there we go. That's him done. It's the last boss of the easy three, as I like to call them. The beginning bosses in Dark Souls 3 don't really put up too much of a fight. I'm not going to say I one-shot all of these guys on this character. I have cherry-picked the clips I'm showing you, but none of them really presented me with any great challenge. It's good. It's easy to know what you need to do, but sometimes you just sort of fail to execute the plan. So Crystal Sage, pretty straightforward. Do as much damage as you can whilst avoiding various magic attacks. They'll at some point disappear, fall into the ground, and then reappear somewhere else. And these blue spikes have never actually been hit by them. I don't know what you need to do to avoid being where they pop up, but I never have been, so that's pretty good. So now you can see he's summoned multiple clones of himself. I just sort of go for him if he's close enough by, rather than trying to take down his brutish friends, but sometimes that can be to my detriment and what causes me to die. But he'll only resummon them next time, so if you can get in a good spot where you can just do damage to El Crystal Sage, just go for it. Don't worry about the others, they don't really do anything other than shoot you with blue magic as opposed to purple magic. So that's what to look out for actually, is his purple around his crystal ball, whereas the other guys don't really have it. So yeah, that time I didn't really bother taking out any of the guys. I did double KO on him, mainly due to greed, but you know, whatever works works. If you kill the boss, they stay dead, you get the drops. No harm, no foul. So there we have it. Those are the first three bosses that I'm taking on with my guy in the Fallen Knight armour, which is awesome, really cool. Still with the broadsword, still with a small shield. I would use it for parrying, but I don't really bother trying too much on the bosses, to be honest. So that's it, guys. Another video. Hope you liked. If you do, please subscribe. Please like the video. Do all those nice YouTubey things that help me get more followers. And I'll be back with another series of bosses. Cheers, bye!